Yo, what up, YouTube? This is Said Heal 45 with another video, and today we're going to be talking about the value of reading books. And let's jump right into it. By reading books, you will afford yourself the opportunity to expand your vocab or increase your vernacular, activate your mind, stimulate your mind, activate your imagination, learn new words, and basically what I mean is, or what I encourage people to do is just read 10 pages a day. And the reason I set the bar so low and I say only 10 pages a day is because I understand that all of us have busy lives. We're working, some of us have families, some of us travel a lot. However, I know that at the end of a long day, a lot of people come home and read books. Or excuse me, a lot of people come home and watch TV. And I would say, I would challenge you to just, instead of watching TV, push yourself to read those 10 pages, or sometimes even more, because you find yourself reading something new and you become captivated by it and you can't put it down. And that's a good thing. Right? Whereas when you're watching TV, and that allows you to activate your mind and stimulate your imagination. And the difference between that and watching TV is when you're watching TV, everything's already set out for you. Everything, the plot's already set for you and everything. And the same can be said about reading books. However, your imagination is rolling along with the show. So you're not really, I don't think you're really using your imagination. However, when you're reading books, take this for example, right? When you read something, the way you interpret it, or a character or whatever is going to be a lot different from the next person. So sometimes you may just be imagining the different characters in the book, and other times you may be imagining yourself as the character in the book. And the way you see it is going to be a lot different than the way somebody else sees it. However, also while you're reading the books, those books or your book or whatever the case is, right? You're giving yourself an opportunity to learn new words, i.e. expand your vocab. And also, along with that, you're affording yourself an opportunity to learn something in the sense like you may learn what that word means just by looking it up, looking up the definition, and then also learning how to use it in a sentence or a phrase, or, several times in a paragraph, or whatever the case is, right, when you're speaking. Also, studies show that people who read oftentimes are less angry than other people who don't read. And the reason why, not always, but the reason why is because they say you have more words to express yourself, right? And when you have more words to express yourself, you can get out your frustration in different ways, right? Also, sometimes, if you read before bed, it helps you sleep better, right? And then, like I said, expand your vernacular. You learn how to sometimes word things a lot better just based off how it's written, because typically in the book it's going to be written properly, or the way it's supposed to be said. And it's not just words, just different, sentence structures and all that stuff, right? And and it allows you a chance to, like I said, activate your mind, and maybe it can help you dream better, and not just in the sense where you're sleeping, but just dreaming about different goals that you want to accomplish in your own life. And the reason why I say that is because your imagination's activated, and then when it starts creeping in your imagination, then you start thinking, okay, how can I make this a reality? Versus when you're watching TV, like I said, it's already set out for you. You're just watching it, right? And like I said, I know that we're busy and we all want to spend time with our families when we get off, of our friends or whoever it may be, of work, that is, or you're traveling, or just anything, work and traveling and stuff like that are big ones, right? Maybe you want to go work out or something, right? However, just by reading these books, like I said, you open your imagination. You're learning things. Think about doctors and dentists, right? A lot of people would say that doctors and dentists are pretty successful, right? After years and years and years of school. Well, the common thing with that is going through all those years of school, you're probably going to be reading something, 8 to 10 to 12, 13, 14 years of school. You're going to be reading a lot. However, also once dentists and doctors graduate from their respective schools, undergrad, dental or medical school, and then also their respective residencies, they're constantly reading up on different kinds of diseases or the new trends in medicine, diseases, whether it be, a limb, your whole body, cancer, oral diseases or pathogens or whatever the case is, right? They want to learn all these different things and be fresh and up to date, i.e. that requires reading, right? They don't necessarily, to my knowledge, and I work with dentists, they don't go and watch TV, you know, to find out all their information. They might watch, they might go to seminars or something like that, and they may learn something from whatever, from maybe something on TV, you know, portraying, pertaining to the respective field. But typically what I see is them reading a lot, right? And we had a doctor when I lived in Texas. This guy read every single day in between patients, at lunch, I'm sure after work. And it was his New Year's resolution for like 3 years ago. And once he picked up books, he just kept reading and never put him down. And he said that it helped him activate his mind. It helped him dream bigger, better, right? And this is not going to be the same for everybody. Not everybody's going to have the same results. However, a lot of people do have these results. So like I said, I just encourage everybody to pick up a book, read, you know, at least 10 pages or 10 minutes or an hour or whatever. And slowly, I encourage people to replace watching TV with reading books, right? And not completely, you know, you still want to watch the Super Bowl, you still want to watch a show, whatever, and that's cool. That's cool. Also, books have a wealth of knowledge. You know, I go to the library and I don't see enough younger people in the library. At least that's been my experience in several different states and countries. And there's so much power with knowledge. Just by knowing things, you can prevent things from in the past from repeating themselves. You can, you know, bring forth new ideas or older ideas and bring them back, you know, to kind of help make society better or improve on something that you want to improve upon. You know, so there's a correlation with reading and a lot of different things that you do, like school or, you know, especially school, stuff like that, you know. So I encourage everybody to read those 10 pages, you know, a day, whether it be throughout the day, when you wake up, before you go to bed, you know, at lunch, whatever, you know, and gain that knowledge, you know, figure out something, you know, find the types of books that you do like to read, whether it be fiction or nonfiction or, you know, about superheroes or history or whatever the case may be. I just encourage people to do it because I know it's going to help you with your vocabulary and your vernacular and just knowledge is power overall. So anyway, that's it for this video. Like, subscribe, and share. You know, if you enjoyed it. If you didn't enjoy it, like, subscribe, and share anyway. And remember that knowledge is power. Reading can help you. Reading is good for you. Reading is good for the mind. Reading is good for your vocab. Reading is good for dreaming. Reading is good for sleeping better. Reading is good for everything. But anyway, I'm out. Y'all have a wonderful night. Thanks for all the support. I love you guys, and I can't wait to see you guys next time. Later.